And are any non-negotiables for you with dating, or just stuff like you're, in women that is just not for you, or something that you don't align with?
Not really. As long as, look, and no offense to anyone that is involved in that, as long as the woman hasn't been involved in the adult industry, that's just one thing for me. I'm not.
So if you didn't hear, he said, as long as someone hasn't been involved in the adult industry.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah.
Pop up. Okay, yeah. Fair. No, that's fair. We'll move along. Why'd you pop up?
I popped my balloon because I would like to disagree with your what you said about the adult industry. Like,
yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah.
How does a woman's involvement in what she does for work have anything to do with you?
Look, it's just not something that I personally like. That's just my preference. For instance, if you didn't like something about me, at the end of the day, we have to like what each other do for work.
Is that the only job that a woman could have that you wouldn't align with?
Probably not, but it's the only thing that, as a man, I'm sure as a woman as well, you obviously want that the man to give you as much attention as they can give you, and you want them to focus on you. And same thing as a man, right? Vice versa. So when you're in the adult industry, I feel like as a girl, you're gonna have a lot of other men focused on you all the time, and it's drawing a lot of attention your way, and probably not favourable attention that I would consider anyway.
And what do you think about that? So you think the adult industry thing is just like a comment that you just don't like?
Yeah, I think it conflates women with their bodies, and it conflates women's sexuality with something as negative and demonizing, and I don't think what someone does for work.
The way the guy looked back, be like, the way the guy looked back here on the left side, be like, is this girl serious, right? Sorry.
Demonizing, and I don't think what someone does for work has anything to do with who they are as a person. And yeah, if you don't, it's just like kind of like the body count thing. Like, to me, it just, like you wouldn't say that about a lawyer. Like, a lawyer spends their whole day talking to people. Like, you wouldn't say that they're giving all their attention to people all day, so they're not going to have enough time to give me attention.
Well, that was not the best argument, but whatever.
She said, what people do is not a reflection of who they are. I'm like, okay, sure.
Yeah.
But what you choose to do, in some cases, definitely says a lot about who you are or what you're about, for sure. And I would argue that choosing to do something as big as porn definitely says something. And you know what the funny thing is? I think the mistake this guy made was he was trying to be incredibly considerate and very PC with his answer, instead of saying, yeah, I just don't want videos of my partner sucking other people's online. I don't want to date somebody who's seeing me at night and then going to fuck other dudes during the day. You could have just said, but he didn't say that. So he said it the other way. Now she's like, well, you can't compare it to a lawyer spending time and taking their attention, because he doesn't have a problem with you being in customer service. He has a problem if your version of customer service is sucking others' dicks, okay? A lot of people don't want their partners banging other people or videos of their partner banging other people online. That's it.
That's what people have an issue with usually. And if you talk with people that are working in that environment, even amongst themselves, they have an issue with that. I don't want to date a guy in the industry. Why? Well, he's gonna go work with other girls, and I've seen that. I heard that shit happen. So, okay, you're not gonna think a civilian's gonna have an issue with it. I'm not saying it's good or bad. Who cares? That's not what I'm trying to say. Whatever. I'm just saying that yes, some people are gonna have an issue with it. Like, some people are gonna have an issue with people in the military. They're gonna be like, yeah, I don't want to date someone in the military.
Absolutely.
You're going to be overseas, whatever. You're going to be XYZ reason, whatever your reason is. Some people don't want to date people because they're Some people because they're Scorpios.
Yeah.
You think that fucking other people...
I wouldn't date somebody whose job is to give out parking tickets. That's a personal thing. I refuse. I will take a lot of other jobs. You can do garbage every day. If you hand out parking tickets, hell,
I'd have a hard time dating a cop.
Fair, and that's a valid thing. So her saying that, I don't agree with. I think it's perfectly fine to not want sex workers to be judged on. And I don't think that's what this guy was doing. He was just saying, for me in my dating life, I just don't want to date a sex worker. I think that's pretty fair.
Yeah, I understand that, but yeah, I mean, lawyers aren't giving their attention to men every day when they have a partner, but obviously the women kind of are. That's the whole point. That's the
No, lawyers are definitely giving their attention to men and to women, to clients. See, this guy, his mistake was he was beating around the bush so hard he wasn't anywhere near it. Now he's in the middle of town just smacking shit.
Yeah, just don't agree with or respect his views. But at the end of the day, work is work, bills need to be paid, and I don't think how you pay those bills should say anything about you.
Work is work. Bills need to be paid. I don't think what you do to make yes, it does. Stop. I mean, you could use that argument for everything. You could use that argument for fucking parking tickets. You could use that argument for drug dealing. You could use that argument for being a hitman. You could use that argument for being in the military. You could use that argument for doing any job where people, based off their own perspective, are going to think that that job is immoral or something that's a red line for them. Saying bills need to be paid. No, jobs are a choice. What you choose to do is a choice. Doesn't mean it reflects on the entirety of you, but you choose to be willing to accept that. No, and I think a lot of people make that choice every day. There's plenty of people who are very attractive who could get online and run an OnlyFans, and they choose not to, even though they could make hundreds of thousands every month. And a big reason why is that they realize that even though bills need to be paid, there's certain things that they don't want to do, and that's okay. And if other people want to do it, that's their choice. In my experience, a lot of these jobs that have quote unquote fast money or insane amounts of potential in terms of how much you can make ceiling wise, they generally operate in a very gray area with many downsides the higher you go. And the reason is you're generally dealing with vices. You're dealing with some murky stuff. And folks are just essentially saying that they don't want to deal with that, or they don't want to deal with everything that comes with that. When someone gets into like OnlyFans or whatever, and they're hoping to make 5 figures a month, do whatever it is that you want. But a part of the reason why your job is so lucrative is because it operates in that gray zone. From anyone on the outside looking in, if they don't entirely respect that profession, that's okay. That's okay. The same way it's okay to not respect people who go on deployments, it's okay to not respect people who give out parking. It's okay. You can have those reasons for it. But pretending like your job and what you choose to do on a day-to-day basis says nothing about you, that's a bit odd to me. Especially when there's also a positive side. If you choose to be Doctors Without Border, if you choose to be a teacher who really cares, that says something about you. Why wouldn't the inverse say something about you either?
No, I think you're missing the point. It's only one way.
Is it?
No, it's not.
Okay.
Got him! What I think is weird is when people use the service of whatever that you consume. Mm-hmm. And then you shame the parents, the people for doing whatever they do. I'm like, you use the service. Like, shut up. You're the part why they, I can't believe you're doing that. You're using that.
And sexual history matters to people. How many women have I ever heard if their potential date or their boyfriend or whatever had if he had kissed a guy, oh, you're not bisexual, you're gay. I would never, right? And to be 100% clear with y'all, this is even the most liberal women will fucking look you dead in the eyes and be like, if you kissed one dude, that you're gay. And I would never, I could never, they'll say that. These women will be super pro sex work. 100 niggas can get in their pussy and no one's supposed to judge them. But if a dude kissed one dude, they might have kissed 100 girls. If a dude kissed one dude, gay.
We can agree to disagree.
I mean, that's the market. You're looking at getting other attention from men. So if you want a relationship with someone, how as a guy or even as a girl, if I'm constantly looking for attention from another woman, would you like that?
Are you getting paid for it? And then you're going to
That's
pay for
irrelevant.
my dates with it?
That's
Then
irrelevant.
I would be so
Trust me,
fine.
I don't need to get paid for that. I get paid for other stuff.
Well, if you were getting paid for it, I wouldn't care.
Wow. So her argument is essentially as long as you're getting money for it, it's acceptable. Wow. This is actually an interesting one.
But I don't mind her way of thinking, and I appreciate the fact that she's consistent with it. Because I've heard a lot of people being like, "Why? I'm good, but you can't do it." No, it's different because men and women are different, and we do it for different. I've heard that shit. What she said in the beginning was what? Hey, bills need to be paid. Right?
I agree.
She said that, and then she went. The guy went, "What if I did it? Are you getting paid yet?" Then it's transactional, and she's like, cool. It's only transactional. So I appreciate the fact that her logic is consistent with herself.
You assume it is because you have no idea how she.
I can own.
Yes, you don't have no
I
idea
can
how,
only assume from what I'm basing myself from what she's saying. So
Yes,
from what she's saying, yes.
And in my experience, most people have a red line when it comes to someone's job. It'll be whatever job. It could be cops, like you said. It could be soldier. It could be whatever. People will have their own lines. And when that line shows up, it is always justified. Just because it's legal doesn't mean you should just go, oh, yeah, that shit's fine, in my head. But
100%.